This is K9PQ testing streaming and standing by for net K9PQ.
Good evening. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the '08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. The Western Washington Amateur Television Society is a group of amateur radio enthusiasts that take to the airways with digital amateur television in the DVB-T format. We transmit on 70 centimeters to Cougar Mountain, and it's retransmitted at 1.2 gigahertz on a crossband repeater. To find out more about us, please Google WW7ATS. Google WW7ATS. That will take you to our homepage on the internet. There you'll see the exact frequencies we transmit and receive on. Also, you'll find a link to YouTube with a link for streaming our nets held on Wednesdays and Saturdays between 8 and 9 o'clock. Also, we'd like to thank the SeaTac Repeater Association for letting us use WW7STR's repeater 147.08 with a tone of 103.5 to communicate with this net. So with that, I'll pause in case anybody has emergency traffic or needs to make a contact before our net gets fully underway. This is Dave, KD7ZY. Washington Amateur Television Society Net. So far checked in by Video Link. KD7QKU, Ron in Tacoma. Lee, N7KC in Port Angeles. Bob, K9PQ in Bothell. WU7N, Northeast Bellevue. And myself, Dave, KD7ZYM. Is there anybody else wishing to check in?
N7QO.
W7ITL. Is there anybody else wishing to check in? K7ITX, we got you. And again, we'll go through the list of what's checked in by Video Link. We got Ron, KD7QKU, Lee, N7KC, Bob, K9PQ, Richard, K7ITX, Wade, W7ITL, James, WU7N, and myself, Dave, KD7ZYM. Is anybody else wishing to check in? N7QO, we got you, Jim. Thanks for checking in. Well, let's start off the net with Ron, KD7QKU in Tacoma.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Dave. This is Ron and KD7QKU in North Tacoma. Nice to see everybody, nice to hear everybody. I was hoping Wade's here, he knows about it, but I was hoping maybe Carlos would be here too. So, darn, I can't say what I want to say now. Shoot. Tastic. Mesh-tastic. I don't know. Lee, you know anything about mesh-tastic? I don't know if Lee can hear me. Or Dave, you know anything about mesh-tastic? No, you don't know anything about it. I know Wade does. Well, my friend Randy, when he was here, he had a mesh-tastic little. They're not exactly a radio. They're more like an old pager, really. You text message on them, and they don't need any support from anything. They're self-standing network. They don't need internet. They don't need a repeater. They don't need a computer. They don't need anything. So anyway, he has 3 of them. He's going to send me one, and so I'll probably be. I know Wade's got one. Some of the people at the Ham Club has got them. Today I didn't hardly talk to anybody because I was outside with the guys with the ladder and trying to help with our ATV antennas, which Wade will probably talk about in a few minutes. So anyway, didn't get home till about 1:30. I was over there a little bit longer. So I had a good day. It was fun to get over there, talk to people, and look through their shed. They have a shed that's just full of everything. I was looking for some LMR 600. Somebody dropped some off one day when I was there, probably 50 or 60 feet with end connectors on it, but I couldn't locate it, and neither could this other guy. I think his name was, I think it was Jeff. Was it Jeff? Anyway. So anyway, yeah, it was a fun afternoon over at the club, and got home. I just turned my sprinklers on outside. I fertilized the other day. We didn't get a bit of rain last night. I was hoping for some rain to soak in the fertilizer, so I had to turn the sprinkler system on. So it's out there watering the lawn right now. All right, that's enough for me, I guess. Back to net, KD7QKU.
KD7QKU, thanks with that. And let's go to Port Angeles to Lee, N7KC. And we'll try again, contacting Lee, N7KC in Port Angeles. N7KC in Port Angeles. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. Seem not to make a contact there. Well, let's move down to Bob, K9PQ.
Okay, this is Lee and 7KC in Port Angeles. Dave, I was streaming, but you were still on there, and I couldn't seem to override you. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Lee, you're in Port Angeles. Well, sorry, I couldn't make the meeting this morning. It turns out we go to the Saturday morning rehearsal for the symphony before they do their program Saturday night. We and about 500 other people. Anyway, it's a bunch of old, basically old timers. I guess that's fair to say. Definitely whiteheads. And it's really fun. You get the whole show. Every now and then they'll stop something and work on it. But the conductor talks a lot, and it's very entertaining, a lot of fun. Everybody enjoys it, and then we don't have to go tripping out Saturday night in the dark. Meshtastic. Ron, there's a number of people here in the local club that have got that equipment. It's ISM equipment. Yeah, industrial, scientific, and medical, and it's in the 900 megahertz band. And I'm going to do it. I just on my hands, I've got so many things going right now. I just can't do one more. So anyway, but yeah, they're having a lot of fun at it. It's you get like three hops. The power is rather restricted, but if you register yourself as a ham operator, since we've got privileges in that band, you can use up to 10 watts on it. And they just secure this full equipment, and not only that, it's inexpensive. It's not very expensive, and so you can have a lot of fun with it. Let's see. Got my COVID shot. My booster today. I guess. We did that. And did some grocery shopping. So did the symphony. So and lunch at the hospital. It was a pretty good day. And I'm really whipped tonight. So I'm going to hang around a while and just quietly slip away. So Dave, back to you. I don't know when I listen, Dave. I don't know when I come on if it's supposed to override you, or if you have the channel when you're streaming. I don't know how that works. So whatever that made a difference. I got in. So thank you. Back to you, Dave. Back to you, Dave. 7KC, Port Angeles.
N7KC, thanks with that. And let's see if we can get to Bob, K9PQ. What say you?
Okay. Okay. I see my call sign coming up. Even our very low latency streaming has a little bit of latency. There we go. I see myself. Well, good evening, everybody. A couple of things for me. Number one is three things. First of all, we had a good meeting this morning. We had to go quickly. There were several of us that had to get quick outs. So we there are a few things that we sort of left for further discussion. But it was good. It was good to get the topics out there. And number two is today was kind of a big day for me on the my condo because my outside of the open house that we had I had my first actual appointment of people coming by. And my downstairs neighbors have generously offered for me to come and hang out with them, whenever I have to get out of my place when people come by. So I did that, and the bonus was they both are very good at gathering information, and so I got a little intel on who the people were that were coming by. It was a couple with a small young girl about 5 or so. So with them living downstairs, they weren't so sure they wanted those people to buy the place. I was happy to have someone come. And then finally, Meshtastic, a friend of mine, Chris KC8M US, has looked into it, and I'm curious if Lee knows about this or others might know about this. There's some kind of a controversy with that, in that there are two different sort of ways to go. One is a little more structured, which seems to work better. And I don't. Sorry, I don't remember any of the details. But what I do remember is that this more structured way is not a true mesh, and you lose the whole idea of mesh, which is what Meshtastic is. That's why it's in the name. So the other one is a true mesh, but it seems to be not quite as doesn't work quite as well. I wish I had more details, but I don't. Okay, I'll send it back.
Thanks for that, Bob. K9PQ, this is Dave, KD7ZYM. Get an ID again. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. Well, with that, I'm going to pause for about a minute and a half, see if anybody wishes to use the internet gateway to contact the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. So I'll pause for about a minute and a half and see if anybody signs on.
ITL disconnected.
Welcome back. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. And let's go to Richard, K7ITX.
Try again for Richard, K7ITX. Yeah, this is K7ITX. See, make sure. Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, okay, yeah. Boy, I'm having a heck of a time copying the audio on everybody tonight. I'm bouncing back between 2 meter and, well, hardly, I'd say 2 meter maybe 10% of the time, and then the other 90% is our streaming website. Other means have been impossible, and then even then, what I just described takes a while for me to figure it out. I didn't get any of Ron's audio, maybe the last couple sentences. And then Lee and Bob, I got most of their transmission, but what a heck of an echo. So, you know, you have to have double hearing. If you have double hearing, it's no problem. I think that with some practice, I might be able to do that. But Dave sounds fine. So I don't know what's going on exactly. I think we still have a work in progress, but it sure is a lot of fun trying to. It's kind of like working a crossword puzzle in audio. Anyway, stand by, please. So for me, it's just been a real lazy day. Afternoon nap, and here I am, ready to roll. K7ITX, back to net control.
K7ITX, thanks for that. And let's see if we can get Wade W7ITL in Tacoma.
All right, well, let's see if I can, there we go. Okay, so, yeah, sorry about the audio issues, guys. I did have a problem at the beginning of the net because I forgot I need to start it all. I need to start the All-Star node and link it to Echolink, so that's probably why you couldn't hear Bob and you couldn't hear anybody else. Like, I think Ron, he still uses his, no, he doesn't. He uses digital audio. So, yeah, you wouldn't have been able to hear Bob or Ron. So that's fixed now. It doesn't look like, oh shoot, there we go. Yeah, the auto switching for the audio didn't work there, so it's kind of a funny way it does it. It looks for a target to hit the transmit button on the computer software, and if any of the windows in the repeater move around, or any of the windows get put in the background, it stops working. So just FYI, anybody that might be in the repeater looking at things, make sure you don't touch it while during that. Let's see. Yeah, this morning I went to the Radio Club Tacoma, and we got the two feed lines for the transmit and receive for the DATV receive transmit station that we're building at the Radio Club of Tacoma. Got that all set up. We don't have the best feed line, so it works, but kind of on the fringe. I finally got it to work pretty good when I left around 1-2 o'clock today, and that's working now. The only problem we're having is that if I'm transmitting into Cougar Mountain with the transmitter, the DATV transmitter at the Radio Club, it cuts out the video to receive. So I think we might either have, maybe it's the feed line that it's getting too much interference, or two, it's the signal's just too weak to be able to transmit and receive at the same time, and it causes an overload, and it kind of overloads the received signal, and maybe the feed line is also at cause. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on today. Got home, been just kind of doing some odd things around the house, and had dinner, and we had hamburgers and coleslaw, homemade coleslaw, and what else do we have? Like a cold spaghetti, like a pesto spaghetti, and that was pretty good. Yep, that's about it. I worked with Jim this evening to try to get the Cougar Mountain transmitter to get him better reception at his home. We got that working a little bit better. I don't know if you're listening, Jim, if you can see us. Just let us know how it's working. It's a work in progress. So I got probably more things to talk about in the next round. But I'm going to cut out and head over, check in with the Simplex Net, and then I'll be back. Thanks for letting me chat. Talk to you guys soon.
W7ITL, thanks for that. And let's go to Jim in Covington, N7QO. What say you?
N7QO, thank you, Dave. Good evening, everyone. Well, yes, so Wade, the wizard, was working a little bit on the television repeater with me today. And thus far on this net, I have received the television repeater flawlessly. The 1.2 gigahertz is still doing very well. I saw all the pictures. Of course, I did not see Dick. I did not see you, Dick. But yeah, Dick, problems with audio. Some of the guys are transmitting only on the digital, and some are on 2 meters, and then someone at the end there, my guess is it was probably Bellevue Jim, thank you for doing that, broadcast someone on 2 meters, but it may or may not have been him. Anyway, the audio that I'm receiving, when I'm receiving it over the television repeater, the audio quality is far better than what I'm receiving over 2 meters. Just FYI. And let's see. Ron, the antenna worked today. Lee, good to see you. Haven't seen you for a while. My video has been working not all that well the past while, but our wizard Wade worked some magic, and it's good tonight anyway. Bob, it's really good that someone showed up to look at your old digs. Wish you luck on selling it. Man, this is a rough time to be trying to sell anything. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you, guy. And let's see. I'm busy doing dumb things I don't want to do around the house here. It seems like it's never ending, and it seems like the older I get, the more stuff I have to do. But it's probably not really true. It's probably more that I just don't work as fast as I used to, so things take me longer. So eventually I'm going to run out of time, unless I die first. Back to you, Dave, and 7QO.
N7QO, thanks with that. And get a quick idea again, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net, On the '08 machine, I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. Well, let's go find James, WU7N in Northeast Bellevue.
Oh, good evening, Dave. Good to see Richard. It looks like you're not in a hospital. It looks like you're sitting up in a chair. So I'm assuming that's correct. And Carlos, glad you could join us. Jim, it's good to hear your voice again, too. And Lee, I did not hear you. Not sure why, but Ron speaks. I don't hear him either. So anyway, it's 1/2 the hour. I caused it to rain by going out on a walk. So if you needed a little bit of rain, you're welcome. As soon as I stepped out of the door, it started to rain here in Bellevue. That was kind of funny. Even a neighbor was joking about that. Other than that, just like Jim, things around the house, doing the things that we all have to do. Tomorrow morning, going to breakfast with a friend. That should be an interesting discussion. It always is. And, well, my goodness, I guess, let's see, there seems to be some sort of reconciliation between China and the United States because the stock market certainly went up Thursday and Friday. So that's probably good news for all of us on fixed incomes. And that's all the hot news here in Northeast Bellevue. I was hoping to hear from Mario down there, but he didn't come in. And just to clarify, Dave, when you say coming in on the Internet Gateway, you mean via OBS, I think. But maybe you could clarify that. This is James, WU7N in Northeast Bellevue. Let me turn it back to our net control for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. Dave, take it away.
WU7N, thanks with that. And let's see, up next in the list is Carlos, AD7NP in Clyde Hill.
Okay, I think something is working. Good evening, everyone. Sorry that I was late. Yes, the streaming on the if you listen to the streaming, there's still a couple of echo channels going on over there. But if you're listening here on the TV, it should be good. And once weight connected to the echo link, then it repeats over the 2 meters. Okay, I'm back. Seems like one of the receivers had to restart. Wade, one of the reminders is that if you don't have the greater than signal, which I don't think I saw on your call sign, it will not do the all-star automatic retransmission. That will only happen for people coming over RTMP right now. Yeah, we still have a couple more details, but to work through the audio, and for now we're optimizing for sure for the if you're listening on the digital TV. So glad, Jim, that you are getting a good image today, so that's pretty good. I don't know that oh, I did receive a new radio. It's quite big. I got the Flex Radio 8000, which is an HF SDR radio. It's not very good to look at because it doesn't even have a front panel. It's all controlled by the computer. So that's something else that I will try out next time that we are. And for Ron, I hope your friend Randall received all the information, so I think he's set up to join the net at any point that he might want. Very good. Back to Dave, net control from 87 NP.
'87 NP, thanks with that. And this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. I'll pause again in case anybody's trying to contact the Western Washington Amateur Television Station with OBS using the Internet Gateway. So I'll pause for about a minute and a half for that. Hearing none, again, this is Dave, KD7ZYM. Welcome back to the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. Well, here in Lake City, I got 54 degrees. Hit and miss today with a little bit of drizzle coming in and out.
Doing a little R&R today.
Little R&R today at home, and did get out for a little bit of a walk in the neighborhood. And unfortunately, I had to get some domestic chores done at home later this afternoon. So that's pretty much been my day. So with that, I'm going to move it back up to the top of the list to Ron, KD7QKU.
Okay, thank you, Dave. This is KD7QKU. Thank you, Dave. This is KD7QKU. Can you hear me? Oops. I just lost my Discord. Darn it. That was not good. I set the remote control down and my Discord went away. Shoot. Anyway, so be it. I'll have to get it back on again. So I sent my friend Randall in Boise a text and he didn't respond. So he's probably out with his wife tonight or something to see if he was going to join us. And Carlos Flex Radio, man, those are really nice. We have one at the clubhouse. I haven't hardly even seen it, but I've seen it, but that's about it. There's usually people operating it. And we had another ATVer, Chuck and Dixie, and Chuck had got a Flex Radio just before they moved to Arizona, and they were really nice. He had a couple of monitors and had it set up on a couple of monitors, and it was really cool. What else? Let's see. Oh, Richard, I hope you can hear me. Like I say, I lost my Discord. I'm going to have to bring it back up to see if I can get it back up here while I'm talking. But anyway, doesn't want to respond. What's going on here? I don't know what I did to it. Richard, as soon as you're feeling well enough, maybe I can come over with Wade and we can test at your house and see if you could get a signal, and maybe you could think about getting on with us with ATV. That would be really nice. I would have to put the antennas on your patio, I guess, like we did before. That would work out fine, I think. So anyway, what else is going on? When I drive my pickup to the club meeting all the time because I don't drive it very often, and I like to drive it once a week at least to keep the battery up in it. And of course, the light came on saying it was time for a service, and I checked the mileage, and sure enough, it was time to have the oil changed in it. So I guess I have to make an appointment and get the oil changed in it. We had a slow leak in the left front tire of the car. It had been going down about every month. I'd have to air it up, and finally, yesterday, I guess it was it yesterday? Yeah, it was, I think it was yesterday. I'd taken it over to Les Schwab and had him fix it, and the guy came and said, your car is ready, and I said, did you find anything in it? Because I was curious. He said, I found 2 nails and a screw, so there was 3 things in it. So I got that fixed, so hopefully it won't be going down anymore. So, and Jim, N7QO, I'm glad that you're receiving a picture. That's really nice. Really, really nice. So anyway, I hope everybody can hear me. So I'm going to say back to net for now. So this is Katie.
KD7QKU, thanks with that. And let's go to find Bob, K9PQ and Bothell.
I am waiting to see my video. Okay, I saw the little flash. It's interesting. It always starts with a quick flash of my picture, goes to black, and comes back to the flash again. And I've got to take off the headphones because of the echo. Let's see a couple of things. So yeah, really great to see you at home, Richard, and sitting up, looking pretty good. You're looking as good as I've seen you in a while. So glad for that. Also, Jim, really great that you're seeing a signal coming back to you, and very much looking forward to you getting fully operational there. And what was the third thing? Oh, 3 was one too many things. I think it was something Ron was talking about. Oh yeah, Ron, you got to stop four-wheeling through construction zones. I think that's you just gotta slow down on that one, Ron. You're just too much of a wild man. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot to add. I think I covered the big things going on here. The first time around, it is really exciting that just to have someone come by to look. I mean, I expected to have several, quite a few. I expected to have a half dozen at least by this time. It's been about a week and a half, but I'll take what I can get. And so this is the first, and hopefully, it won't be long before we get one that is not just a nibble, but is actually on the hook. So okay, I think that's about it from here. I did want to ask maybe Carlos knows about the mesh task controversy. I was thinking Wade might, but he's gone. So I just know Chris has told me about it, and I'm curious if anybody else is aware. Okay, I'll send it back to net. K9.
K9PQ, thanks with that. And let's move on down the line to Richard again, K7ITX.
Okay, good. Well, this time I was able to copy everybody, so that was fun. And Covington Jim, yeah, fantastic that you got a picture. I'm really happy about that. As for myself, I think it's going to be several weeks before I have the ability to try to get on ATV other than the way I am right now. As you probably know, I was in the hospital again for about 7 days, and boy, I'll tell you, I cannot believe how much that takes out of you. It just wipes you out completely. And just in that small amount of time. Well, I've heard the wives' tale that for every day in the hospital, it takes 1 week to recover. So if I was 7 days in the hospital, I'm only just so, you know, it's just how it goes. I don't know that I'm going to be going up and down the stairs after Tuesday. We're starting to talk about me maybe rehabbing downstairs where I don't have to use stairs. So, anyway, that's my world, folks. That and Mariner baseball. I've really been enjoying the baseball. Mariners are on a roll. It's just Cal Raleigh is kind of leading the pack in home runs so far this year. So far we got a really good baseball team on the pro lines. So anyway, that's about all I know, and it's been a lot of fun hearing everybody tonight. I'll say 73 because I doubt if it's going to come back around, and it's just great to see and hear everybody. In particular, Covington Jim, I missed you a lot, and glad to hear you back. K7ITX, back to net control.
K7ITX, thanks for that. Let's see if we can find Wade, W7ITL.
All right, guys. Well, it looks like everything's working now. Yeah, I tried to get in, try to get Rich in towards the end there. We don't really have an automatic way to bring in people on Discord, so nice to see you, Richard. And let's see, I was trying to check into the Simplex net, which maybe my antenna is just not working, but I wasn't able to pick anybody up on the simplex frequency 14655. That's usually with the double nickel simplex net. They have it on Saturday nights, but nobody was there. So I think, yep, I'm seeing my video, or my audio is coming in over the 2 meters too. Just want to make sure, because sometimes it doesn't come in. I had to make an adjustment. If you notice, you'll see a little greater than sign at the end of my call sign. That tells the repeater that I'm not going to send my audio over 2 meters, so it'll just repeat it for me. Let's see. Yeah, lots of things going on today. I did get the repeater changed a little bit on the output, so now we're using the 4K mode, which is it's basically, it tells the transmitter to use 4,000 carriers instead of 2,000, which we normally have in 2K mode. And I was hoping that would help Jim receive the signal, because it would be more resistant to multipath. And I did notice in my testing it here that I was getting about 3 to 4 dBs of gain when I was in 4K mode versus 2K mode, so that might also be contributing to our ability to get better signals out there. Yeah, I saw Ron at the radio club today, and I saw a couple other people. So we're getting closer to getting more exposure for our club. The next time I go up there, I'm going to be hopefully doing some work on the cabling again, and optimizing with the 600 LMR 600, and just need to find some ends for it, because it's a little thicker, so I don't think it'll quite fit in the connectors that I bought. I bought these little guys here. They're good for like RG 213, or I think they call it 99213 or something, and LMR 400. It has a little crimp on that I put on there. So yeah, that, and then I was going to show you guys, I got another Meshtastic node. So this one is based on the, oh god, I can't remember the chipset, but this is by the same company. It's called Heltec that makes these guys. It works on a more optimized chipset, so it'll last a lot longer on batteries. This only has a 1,000 milliwatt battery in it, and it hasn't gone down a percent yet since I plugged it in a couple hours ago. And it's if anybody's looking for it, they sell them on Amazon as a kit. It comes with a battery, a board, a case, and an antenna. And the model number is the T114. That's a T114. It uses a different chipset other than the ESP32s that the Heltec V3s use. This is the Heltec V3. This one's a little more hungry on power, so it actually has a 3,000 milliwatt battery, and I only get about a day's worth of use on it. So right now I have they're working on different modes. So the white one works on, right now I have it on long fast, so that gives it the most coverage. And then this one's on short fast, so the Meshtastic group here in Washington, I think they're called, what are they called? Puget Sound Mesh. They're doing an experiment this month, so everybody's supposed to be doing short fast, so that's what this one's on. It's really limited until everybody gets their nodes converted over to short fast, so I've only been able to get maybe 1 or 2 contacts, and I have to be pretty close to their station to get it. That's about it. I will turn back to Net Control Dave. This is W7ITL.
W7ITL, thanks for that. Now we can go to Jim, N7QO in Covington. Jim, what say you?
N7QO, thank you, Dave. Well, Carlos, Flex Radio 8000, that sounds wonderful. Yeah, I looked at the Flex radios. I need to wait a couple years before I get one of those, I'm afraid. But anyway, that's good. You'll have a lot of fun with that, I'm sure. Ron, don't know about your computer. Sounds like you had a minor mishap there. But we heard you on both 2 meters and on the ATV repeater. So we were able to hear you completely anyway. Dick, glad you are home. Surgery on Tuesday. My goodness. They certainly didn't even give you 7 days to recover. 7 weeks, 7 days. Man, I feel for you, Guy. It's good to see you. Someone put your picture on the air there. Thanks for whoever did that. And yeah, it would be really good if you could do rehab downstairs without going up and down stairs. I had to do rehab one time, and they wanted me to climb stairs, and I'm like, you want me to do what? But if climbing stairs is not part of the rehab, it'd sure be good not to have to do it. That's my thought there. And Roger, what you said about the Mariners. Thanks. Wade, I don't know what changes you made since we last spoke, but so far on this net, for me, from my location, the ATV repeater has not skipped a beat. Not even a single hesitation, not even for a single second. And that makes a tremendous difference because for some of the fellows who are not transmitting over 2 meters, the audio's all broken up over the ATV repeater, but not tonight. It's working great tonight. So thanks, Wade, for whatever you did there. And that connector you held up, man, that looks awfully small. Maybe for like LMR, do they call it 240? Anyway, Yeah, I don't think that'll work, but good luck with that. Back to you, Dave, and 7QO.
N7QO. Well, let's see if we can pick up James, WU7N in Northeast Bellevue.
Well, thank you very much, Dave. This is James, WU7N, Northeast Bellevue. Let's see. Wade, I'm hearing something, and I'm not sure what audio channel it's coming through, but it sounds like someone just clearing their throat. And I notice Wade's not muted on Discord, so I'm wondering if that's what's mixing in my system right now. I'm not sure. Carlos, thank you very much for your efforts. It sounds like you are absolutely the bit wizard of the universe if you have managed to cancel some of the echo here. I can only imagine how complex that must be. So certainly appreciate all that effort, and also Wade, all the effort you put into this. And we saw Rob today for the first time in quite a while. If he's listening out there, big thanks to him as well. Well, let's see. My level of expertise. I don't know if you can see this on Discord. I had a rather strange cable. It has one size at one end, and then it has a very small size audio at the other end, and it goes into these headphones that were given to me as a gift that I've managed to keep squeezing just a little bit more life out of them. And so I've got to go on a quest for this tiny little headphone connector and repair those. So that's probably my level of expertise there. I'll be soldering that up as soon as I can get hold of the connector. And with that, and about 5 minutes left of the net, I think I'll turn it back to Dave, our net control for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. Take it away, Dave.
WU7N, thanks for that. And let's go to Clyde Hill to Carlos, 87NP.
All right. I don't see the 2 meter, maybe Wade disconnected. Okay, I'm gonna keep myself into 2 meters so that audio is on both. Yeah, so back on the air. That's right, I'm looking forward to play with the Flex Radio. And as folks were talking about headsets, here's one that I just got today. I was seeing a lot of people at work wearing this, and I got it from Costco. These are for running headsets, but they don't go into the ear. They are like bone induction, and they are pretty comfortable because rather than kind of just sitting inside your ear. So in fact, I was using them the whole afternoon, and it's quite comfortable. Basically, just go over your head on the back, and they sit here on the side of the ear rather than being inside. So that's the rage right now that I could see people wearing, and so I was jealous. But they are really good. So I'm enjoying both the sound quality and the fact that it's not as intrusive in your ear, which is pretty good. Thank you, Wade, on that change on the 4K. So that's good. I mean, no negative impact here, so pretty good signal all around. So no change. The other thing that I finally finished, maybe I should just pick it up to show you. I think I've printed now the largest 3D object that I could. It was quite big. So this is a it's many hours, probably 30 hours of printing. But it's a dedicated shelf that goes on the side of the 3D printer. And so this was printed in multiple parts, and then they all connect, and basically this will have two feeders of filament for the printer that will go one on top of the other. So quite proud of being able to get to this level of printing without failing. Very good. Back to net control from 87 NP.
'87 NP. Wow, that was pretty impressive seeing what that printer could do. And we want to thank Jim N7QO being able to receive the digital TV signal, and a lot of help with Wade that made that happen. So again, all was not lost, and Jim is now getting good reception on digital TV. So hooray for that. And anyway, it's been great. And then seeing Richard, K7ITX, looks healthy and up and about and going good. Nice to see him join us in. And so that's about it. So I'm going to flip it back now to Ron, KD7QKU.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Dave. KD7QKU here. Yeah, I'm glad Jim is getting it, the picture now. So Jim, you'll have to buy a transmitter now, and you can join us with a transmitter. That would be nice. Maybe you can get Carlos to build you one. So those are pretty slick little earphones, I guess you call them, Carlos. I suppose they're Bluetooth. You didn't say, but I assume they're Bluetooth. Yeah, you're nodding. Okay. And yeah, no, I lost Discord. What happened is I dropped the remote on my computer, and I don't know what it hit. But anyway, it canceled out Discord, and I couldn't get it back on. So I had to shut my little laptop off and turn it back on, and then Discord came on, so I'm back in business again. Bob, I was going to tell you, I get these messages, you know, from my realtor that we had when we bought this house. He's John L. Scott, and right now over in Pierce County, he gives it to me for Pierce County, houses that sell for $350,000 to $500,000. There's 318 of them on the market, and 63% of them have pending deals on them. And houses that sell $500,000 to $750,000, there's 538 of those on the market, and there's 59%, I think, of those that have pending. So there was a house behind us, split level, a beautiful house, and they were asking 500 and some thousand, almost 600,000, and it sold in 3 days. And there was around the corner, it was a Rambler, and same thing, they were asking, I think, 585 for it or something. It was a nice house, nice backyard, nice patio. It sold in 5 days. So the houses over here in Tacoma seem to be moving pretty fast, and there seems to be a lot of them on the market. So good. Anyway, I think we're out of time. I'll put my phone down here so I don't drop it on the keyboard. So I'll probably see you guys over on Discord. So back to net, KD7QKU.
KD7QKU, thanks for that. And it's time to wrap up the net. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society, broadcasting in digital amateur television. And we'd like to thank the SeaTac Repeater Association for letting us use WW.08 with a tone of 103.5 for our voice transmissions for our nets. So on behalf of the Western Washington Amateur Television Society, this is Dave, KD7ZYM, signing off the net. Good evening all.